Welcome to Cynical Video Review, another episode of Music Videos. All right, I am your host, Eric Hansen.
I'm your other co-host, Paul Allred.
And together we make Captain Planet.
And Heart.
And Heart. Spirit. Power. All the 90s kids.
Yep.
Power to the 90s kids. Actually, that TV show was absolutely horrific. Captain Planet was awful.
Yeah, it was bad.
Probably the worst superpowers of all time.
Yeah, literally the lamest superhero that someone could possibly imagine.
What do you do? Save the planet.
Yeah. Brought to you by Waste Management Systems.
Anyway, we've got a great week of episodes. So I've decided we are going to do career killers. This was an idea that came to me. The reason for this was I knew about Billy Squier's so-called career killer a long time ago.
I'm not too familiar with this song at all.
Good.
To be honest, so.
Yay, good. And then it took me a while to find another so-called career killer, but I think I found one. But I don't know if really James Blunt had a career to begin with.
Well, he did try to sell his sister on eBay, so I mean, he probably was a little bit hard up for cash at some point. This is not even a joke.
Yeah, that's the sad thing is it's probably not. Wow. So, anyway, we're going to start with Billy Squier. So here's the story, or at least my story, okay? In high school, I was obsessed with Led Zeppelin. Obsessed.
I can see why.
Yeah. And I was one of those like nerdy kids. Like I pretend like I was in the 70s, and I wear the Zeppelin shirt and all.
And draw the logo on your back.
Oh yeah, all the time. Right. So right here.
Yep.
And Jimmy Page. So I was introduced to Billy Squier. He has a song that's like very Zeppelin-esque, "Lonely in the Night," and I swore it was a Zeppelin song at first. And oh, you got to hear it. It's great. It's a fantastic song. It like skyrocketed his career. He released 2 albums before this, and his career was just on fire. Okay, early 80s. We're talking like 81, 82. So he comes out with this album and the song "Rock Me Tonight" in 1984. Okay, and it's like the pinnacle of his career. And here's the story. So I was introduced to Billy Squier. I listened to his albums, and then I was asking someone who lived at the time. I was like, "What happened to Billy Squier? He's so great. What's going on?" And they were like, "Rock Me Tonight." And then like he has it on VHS. I kid you not. He plugs it in and makes me sit down. He's like, "Watch this."
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen." And he's like, "This killed his career. Completely killed it." So I've done some research. It's not entirely true. He's actually released multiple albums after this. It was just they kind of hit a...
That was the glass ceiling.
Yeah, this was hitting the glass ceiling and being shot right back down. And I think his last album sold like 10,000 copies or something like that.
Just to like his families and friends.
Yeah, right. So we are going to go 1984, Billy Squier, "Rock Me Tonight," and see how this could have killed a career. And then we're going to James Blunt, which was, what was it, early 2000s?
Yeah.
And I'll look at the date and see how that could have killed a career. Okay.
All right.
So, here we go.
Silk pillowcases.
Oh, I know. This just screams like 80s decadence.
Yep.
And it's, the hair.
I love those pants.
Right?
It's like put on women pajama pants.
What was about that in the 80s? That seemed like a thing. I don't know.
Yes. He's got some moves.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? What is that musical? When You're a Jet.
Oh, West Side Story.
Yeah. That's what he's...
And it's like...
This is like that part of like the 80s film where the girl usually does this.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
She's the one that has like the singing, dancing solo.
Exactly. So this is supposed to be what a girl is supposed to be doing, right? And so, in the 80s videos. And so you're looking at this like,
wow.
Is she really doing this?
Throw that dress.
And I love the The fades, right?
Yes.
Oh, yikes.
Oh my gosh. Hey, those are Jagger moves right there.
They are,
Yeah.
but maybe not as good. Whoa.
Did it actually pause like that? Like, check this
Yes,
out.
yes,
Oh my
that's real.
gosh.
And then I was like, I remember watching this. I was like, is that a girl's blouse? What is that? I can't figure that out.
Oh my gosh. It's almost like he planned that out to be like, what if I was the girl in the film?
Okay, guys, here's it. I'm gonna take the place of the girl instead.
And
How
that's
about
why
that?
and that's why none of the band is in the film with him. They're like, yeah, why don't you go ahead and do that, Billy? And that's all
just,
you.
Just wait.
Oh my. This is a nice little march.
Right?
Stick your chest out and march. Yes.
Yeah, and that move. I honestly feel like it's a bad Mick Jagger is what it is. Oh, yeah.
I really hope like this was just like all spur of the moment. Like just do whatever you do.
They just sat him in a room and was like, go.
Yeah.
We'll just film you. We have 5 cameras, just go.
Yep, just do your thing, man. Yes.
Right?
He's the band leader. Oh, so good. It's like reminiscent. It's like half-assed reminiscent of like really famous. Like it brings things to mind.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's so awful.
The other thing that comes to mind is like Prince videos, right?
Yep.
This is very reminiscent of a Prince video, but for some reason he pulled it off. And this is not pulling it off.
No, not at all.
At all.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I thought someone's going to come in the door here.
Oh, you wish.
Well, there we go. You get your Telecaster out.
See, and now you have the band.
There we go.
And I bet they were like, no, we're not joining unless you change the scenery.
Can we be out of the bedroom, please?
But the cheesy... I know this was a thing in the 80s, you know?
Yeah. Well, this part of the video makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like surround you in white with lights and the grids. That's very 80s pop culture.
Oh, this is very Miami Vice.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Like this could have been the opening.
Yeah. Right.
The opening sequence. But that first little bit, the band is like, yeah, can we not be in this? Maybe they like all started there. Like that's why the room was so big. Like they had it planned out to have the band in, and they started dancing there. They're like, can I move my?
They're
drum
just
set?
watching him, and they're like, you know, how about you just do this? Because I really don't want to do this.
He's like, can I just move my drum set to the other room, please? Oh yes,
right.
All right.
That's.
The
drummer's like,
and
I
the
have no
keyboard
pretense.
player just, yeah, there we go. So maybe they're not above it. Now some of them have given up and just started dancing anyway.
Yeah.
And take his clothes off. Right? Oh, so good.
Right? It's like just the epitome of bad.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh.
That was awesome.
Right? Isn't that just great?
Those dance moves. I love it.
So you can kind of understand why people would call it a career killer.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of a career killer.
Yeah. I mean, it was like his attempt to like get into the dance world. And they're like, no, you can stay. And you're done. Oh, that was awesome.
Okay, so I was debating for the next career killer. I was debating. Oh my goodness. Who's the guy that did Thong Song again? My mind just went blank. It always does that.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Okay, so
I know the song. I just don't know the dude's name.
So the guy who did Thong Song also had a video that came out after that was so horrifically bad it tanked his career. But they never officially released it. It came out later because they realized it would have been so bad. So
one of those
that's why I decided that's not
DVD.
going to count. So we decided to go with this. Now, I know James Blunt was never as big as Billy Squier might have been at his peak, but this video just like It was so awful.
Yeah. James Blunt is one of those ones where he became the joke as soon as he started being famous. Like, all of a sudden it was like... didn't he date someone really famous and then he was like the weirdo in
the relationship?
Yeah, and then it was like he became famous, but they were like, wait a minute, that's such and such a clingy, weird boyfriend.
Right.
I could be entirely wrong. Like, my mind just made up this story about it. But
I think you're absolutely right. Okay, so here... Okay, we can do this.
But he did successfully sell his sister to a helicopter pilot on eBay. Which is not necessarily legal, or even,
no, say it ain't so.
Yeah,
human trafficking on eBay isn't legal,
or even eBay is So, true story. Look it up.
Wow, that's gonna make this video even better.
You can watch him like failing miserably and be like, I need cash.
Yep.
I'm like, well, I have a sister who's much more attractive than I am.
Okay, so I also remember like being with a group of people and they were watching this, and they were sitting there talking and laughing, and I was glued to the TV in disgust, like, is this really happening? Ugh.
My life is brilliant. My love is pure.
And his voice is there's a
Stand it.
yeah, there's a certain tone to his voice is
Yeah,
pretty.
right?
She was with another man.
Oh shit.
But you're right, he just comes off as like super clingy and creepy, you know, like, I've got a plan, babe.
Yeah. What's funny is my wife will say these lyrics to me, and I'll be like, "That's not what it actually says." She's like, "Yeah, that's really what the song says."
You're like, nope.
I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you've got a plan? Like, that's great. I'm so glad." Right. I was just like on the subway, and I saw this chick, and I was just coming up with this plan.
Right.
And really, all it meant was like standing out in the rain and taking all my clothes
That
off.
was his
That
plan.
was
This is it. Oh my gosh,
Yep,
you
right
just
as
blew
he-
it wide open for
Yep.
me.
He's like, "I've got a plan," and then starts unzipping his jacket. I'm like, "Oh, that's."
He's just gonna walk out.
Yep, and then he's gonna
Briskly.
go back to the subway completely butt naked.
It's hard to relive this again.
Oh, jeez.
I even was watching this. I'm like, really? That's it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a skinny dude, but at least I hit the gym.
Well, it's not worse than what's his butt from last week. What's his name again?
Oh, for
He was-
fun?
Yeah, the one that was once 7 years old.
Oh, Lucas Graham.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So there is that.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, there's the worst one.
What the heck is this?
Yeah, and I was every
It's
time I
like-
watch this, I'm like, so this is also part of the plan, right? This is what I offer in the relationship. This is symbolic of what I have to give you.
He just looks like one of those hobos that's setting up a street shop with like everything that he has in his pockets.
He's like, shoes represent me running.
Pretty
for your
sure
love.
that's coke there. There's some weed
Yeah,
there.
there's the weed. Got it.
He's got a mirror there. You can chop it up right there.
Okay, this is making so much sense now. I get it. Oh, that's a guitar pick.
Oh, there we go. I think his plan was almost flawless.
This is the best plan I've
Yeah.
ever seen. Matter of fact, this is Pickup 101, folks. Watch this, and you will have so many girls.
Just don't stand up and give him the sideways look. That's a little,
Especially
a little
if
bit
you
weird.
look like that.
Oh, just left all his stuff. He was already soaking wet. Like, what is he going to save?
Maybe this is to get more attention from the
That's
girl.
it. Maybe she didn't know there was a cliff there, and he's like, "That's I'll never be with you." Jump off the cliff, and then be like, "Psych, there's water. Come on in."
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it was
Okay, so not necessarily a
mercifully
career
short.
killer. I just remember the lashback. The lashback? No.
Backlash.
Backlash. Oh my goodness. The backlash of this video was insane. People hated this thing so much. Like,
did
the
it
jokes
seem
still are
extra
going.
short to you?
Yeah, it did. That really felt short.
I think that was merciful. Like,
I know, that was just a mercy killing.
oh, you know what? It's a bad enough song. Let's just make this the quickest 3 minutes that you can possibly have. Oh, bad.
Yeah. So there we go. And it's been viewed 153 million times. So there you go. I guess popularity is fleeting.
Sure.
Anyway.
19,000 people seem to really not like it. So.
Oh, you're right. Look at that. Maybe I should add to that. Okay, so
2005.
2005. Yeah, so we were a little too early. So 2005. Wow. Nope.
Right.
Has not aged. It's aged even worse. So, all right. Well, this has been I can't even talk.
Kirill killing.
Oh wait, you have to give your grades. We forgot grades.
Oh, right. So straight off the bat, James Blunt gets a 0. Like, we're just going to go with that.
We've never had a 0.
We're just going to go with that. Like, that made no sense and it was awful. However, Billy Squier, for comedic value, I'm going to give that like a 5. Like, awesome. The first half of that video was like genuinely enjoyable to me. Like, in a weird way, just to watch this happen. And I really hope that like a new band, like, I would love to see Dan Auerbach, like, on one of his new singles, recreate that video.
Actually, that would be cool.
Oh, so good. Please make that happen.
Yeah. Okay, we have a request for Dan. We're back. Anyway, this has been Cynical Video Review. We're out. Have a great week.